Hi Aquarius, welcome in. If you are drawn to the title, this message might be yours. Let's look at the person who is strongest in your energy. This could be someone that is thinking about you, you could be thinking about them, or it could be both. The oracle cards are for the overall energy of your situation, and the tarot will give me details. How are you guys doing today? Hope everything is going well in your world. Hope your day is treating you well. Let's see what's going on with this person. I'm getting that there's a delay in your connection. Like there's a pause. Maybe not a delay, but definitely a pause. Like a moment of just nothing happening. Yin. This is like the Ace of Cups. It's also about receptivity. The bottom is community. Okay. I'm getting that you are loved. Power. I'm getting mostly with you. You're in this energy of, for those of you who are going to resonate with this message, you're like in a period of, like not a whole lot is going on around you. This does feel very peaceful, like it's allowing you to step into your power. Action. Community and action. You're like either stepping to the side while other people are doing, maybe you're letting other people take care of things for now where you would previously step in and help. You're definitely in flow. Either you're regaining your energy or, yeah, I'm mostly getting your energy so far and how it's affecting others. It's influencing others to take more responsibility, I would say. Like there's only so much that you could do. It feels like there was only so much that you could do in a situation, and now you're fine with that. Like others are going to do what they're going to do. There's only so much that you could do about it. What else is going on here? Isolation. I'm picking up mostly on your energy, how spending time by yourself is really good for you right now. Growth. Yeah, okay. So you stepping back and allowing other people to, I guess you're not allowing other people to do what they're going to do because they're going to do it anyway, but growth. Something about your inaction and taking a step back is helping other people grow and improve how they act. Okay? So while you're withdrawing your energy, it's empowering you. You're regaining your strength. And it's, I want to say it's like forcing others to improve, to grow, to start acting right. All right, Yin. This feels like self-love. What about Yin? I just keep looking at this lady, like her hands like this, like there was only so much that I could do, you know. You only have control over what you have control over. and you're sitting in peace with that. Like you're at peace with your actions. You feel good about yourself and what you've done and how you've handled a situation or maybe multiple situations. Yin. It really feels like taking a step back while other people figure out their own shit. King of Swords. Yeah. It's like you've removed your emotions from situations. Like your heart used to be in it, but now it's not that you don't care anymore, but you're like, well, caring didn't get me anywhere. With these people or this person, I do think it's multiple people. So you're like, magician. You're like, well, if I could figure out how to maybe act right, then so can they. They can figure it out for themselves. This feels like tough love. King of Swords and Yin. Queen of Pentacles. You're just focused on like maintaining your own stability. Like you care to an extent, but it's like you have to, not you can't pour from an empty cup. That's not the type of situation this is. But there was really only so much that you could do. Caring only got you so far. So you're mostly just caring about yourself right now. Judgment. Five of Cups. Moon, Wheel of Fortune. There was, I feel like people have disappointed you. Like, you're like, well, I care, but y'all can figure it out for yourself. You got to a point of like no return. People might start accusing you of not caring anymore. Just a heads up, people really love to do that. When you pull your energy away because they're not fixing what they should be fixing, I guess in order to be in your life or just, yeah, something like that. When you start switching up on them, they'll see it as something negative. This feels like tough love. Like you cared about people, you cared about someone, and then you got to the point where you're like, okay, this is not helping. Maybe you actually felt like you were enabling someone. Yeah, power. Yeah, with growth here. It's kind of like maybe you weren't doing everything for these people, but like if you care about, this is the kind of situation where if you care about someone too much, it might actually enable them to not grow. Like there's no incentive for them to grow. They're like, oh, Aquarius still cares, so they got my back. I don't really gotta change up how I'm acting. You're like, no, you're gonna change up how you're acting if you're gonna be in my life. I don't care if that means that I'm alone. It's like you'd rather be alone than around people who can't act right. Knight of Swords, the Devil at the bottom, Nine of Wands. I'm telling you, there's at least one person here who is going to start putting you on blast. I just saw 1010. They might accuse you of being heartless because you're no longer sticking around while they dick around. Act a fool. Like, you're not going to be around people who just act so foolish. Like, they need to grow up. They need to start acting better in order to be in your life. Power. Your energy is very potent, so when you remove it, people notice. Seven of Swords. You've been dealing with takers. You're taking your power back. Eight of Cups. They're feeling your absence already. You've withdrawn your energy. And it's making you more powerful right now. Like, you're standing in your power, you're feeling more energized, you maybe are taking on more responsibilities, focusing on other stuff that has needed your attention, or like hobbies that you've been putting off. The Devil. The Lovers, Five of Wands, Nine of Cups. So this is just talking about your withdrawal of energy and how people get addicted to it, and it's really felt when you take it away. Even if it's just on an energetic level. Your thoughts are energy, your focus is energy, your time is energy. And you've taken it away from people. They can't feed off of you anymore. It's like you've been dealing with people just siphoning your energy. Isolation. I just keep getting like, just a heads up, these people could lash out at you. Even though they weren't acting right. So that, like, the only, someone who has self-love, who gets treated that way, the only reasonable thing to do is withdraw your energy, right? So like, your decisions make sense. But because they're so used to like either taking advantage or being enabled to act however they want and you're not going to go anywhere, that sort of thing, they could lash out at you, be like, you don't care about anyone but yourself, Aquarius. Five of Cups at the bottom. Just a heads up. When you start making, the decisions that make sense with people that don't make sense, that are creating an imbalance in the dynamic, they start accusing you of really nasty things. Just because you need to take care of yourself. If someone is the reason why you're not able to take care of yourself, they're the problem. Nobody in your life should prevent you from taking care of yourself. That's something that you know. But geez, if it's not just like one person, it's multiple. Very toxic. And the irony is that they'll accuse you of being selfish when their actions have been extremely selfish. Like you're just trying to take care of yourself because that's what everyone should do. But they think it's selfish that you're not giving them access to you so that they can take from you. When it comes to relationships with other humans, you're not entitled to other people unless you're the child and you're needing your parent to take care of you because they brought you into the world. They should care about you until, you know, the end of time. But every other dynamic, everybody needs to respect that you come first. And if they want access to you, they're going to have to treat you with respect. Respect your alone time, respect your energy, what you have the capacity to give and what you don't. You decide what you give to people and what you don't. They can't demand it from you if you're not ready. Something that I like to inform people of with myself, if I feel like I'm running low on energy and I need some time to myself and other people want something from me, like either they want to converse with me about an issue they have or they want me to do something for them or whatever it is, if they're asking something of me, rather than them, you could tell these people to approach it differently. Be like, they could be like, Aquarius, are you able to do this right now? That's a much more respectful angle to go at it when you're trying to take from someone else. Ask if they're able to. You're not a machine. People get depleted. You've been dealing with a real taker or a couple different takers or maybe a lot. Isolation. I encourage your self-love. If nobody else in your life is doing that for you right now, I encourage your alone time. I encourage you to respect yourself and know your limits. And I also encourage the people in your life to start respecting you and not expect from you. Isolation. People can get real greedy. When they start getting greedy, you got the right idea. Pull back. Be like, back up. Isolation. Nine of Cups. Yep, you know how to take care of yourself. That's for sure. Maybe this is a season that you're just now starting, or it's like you've identified that you need to start doing this again because the people in your life are getting a little selfish. This is what's good for you. And if anyone is worth being in your life at all, they'll be happy for you that you're taking care of yourself. Four of Swords at the bottom. Everybody needs to be able to sustain themselves. And there's no reason why you have to get to a breaking point. Maybe for some of you, you got to a breaking point. Death, like that you had nothing else to give. Sometimes we learn when it's too late. That might have been the case for some of you. Like you reached burnout, like some sort of burnout, and people took from you so much that it got really toxic because they started expecting things from you, treating you like a machine rather than a person. Isolation. I'm getting, for some of you, this might involve completely cutting somebody off, like no contact forever. That's your decision, but it's like if you're feeling so much better without them around, like you're able to actually take care of yourself, where like if they're around you feel like you can't. It's just an idea, but no contact if you haven't thought about it already. Might be really good for you. Empress is at the bottom. Mm-hmm. And you know what? There's always the possibility of them correcting their actions, like growing, but there's always the possibility that they don't. Not your problem if they don't want to act right. It's a shame that they're like that. Yeah, when you got really good energy, people can get really whiny when you take it away. Like, oh, how could you do that? Give to me, please. You're like, I'll give to you when I can. It's not rocket science. The sun. Dang. Yeah, I feel like this is for those of you who are like in the process of cutting someone off, cutting people off. I would encourage a no contact in this situation. Six of Wands. It's like you feel so much better without them around. It's like you can actually be happy. We saw that Five of Cups earlier. I feel like they just get you in this really low vibration. And that's not your natural state. Like, as much as you care and as much as you want them to get better, it's like for some reason, you caring is never enough. Like, they suck the life out of you or something. That's how it feels. It's just too much. Like, they're either too negative, too selfish, too inconsiderate. They don't treat you like a person. Maybe all the above. Yeah, I feel like in this case, you're better off without the connection at all. Community, maybe this is part of your family, and unfortunately, like, sometimes that's the case. Yeah, family member, friend, lover, whoever it is. Five of Swords. Yeah, here's that it's like when you pull away and you start recuperating your energy, feeling happy, here they come again to start like accusing you of being selfish just because you're doing fine on your own, doing much better. Um, yeah, I gotta warn you to not be guilted by this. Like, you're making the decisions that make sense, and it would make sense in any dynamic. Like, this is really common sense. It's like someone is constantly trying to talk you out of doing what's best for you. And that's no friend of yours. That's not someone that loves you. That's someone that just wants to take from you. It's like they try every which angle to convince you to just give to them. I would isolation. When it comes to this person, you might even want to shield your happiness away from them or even pretend to be unhappy if they come around just so that they don't try to ruin it. I've known people like that who have this mentality of like, oh, don't get too happy. And then if you're really happy around them, then they start creating drama and just having a piss poor attitude. And I've known people like that. Sometimes it's best to just not be happy around them. That's your decision, though. Like, you shouldn't have to hide how you're genuinely feeling. You shouldn't have to hide anything about what's going on with you. But it seems like there's someone around you that wants to see you not doing well. Let's get their next actions. Ten of Cups. I am getting for some of you this is family. Eight of Wands. They got a lot to say. They still want you around. Like, what you provide for them makes them feel really good. What you have provided to them. Eight of Wands can also be an attack. That Five of Swords, winning at all costs. Seven of Wands. There's like resistance here. Four of Swords, Four of Wands. This, I'm getting an attacking energy. Like, if they can't be a part of what you got going on, they're gonna start accusing you of shit. They're gonna try to bring you down. Like, penetrate your defenses. It's like you've put up boundaries. They want to get past your boundaries. They want to be a part of what you got going on. It's like if they can't be a part of this happiness that you got, they don't want you to have it. If this is family, this is, like I was saying earlier, this is them accusing you of not caring about them. Ten of Cups. I want to know more about that Ten of Cups. Seven of Swords. They could pretend. I do feel like this is someone that can easily lie and pretend. The Magician. Five of Wands. Oh, like boasting? Five of Wands, Three of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. This is manipulative. Whatever this is. Like spinning a narrative. They're either, like I've said, they're either going to accuse you of being selfish because you're keeping this happiness stuff to yourself. They're going to try to break down your boundaries that you got up, or they're going to pretend that everything is fine. This could also be someone that, like, if enough time has passed where you've been in separation, when they come back around, they pretend like everything is fine, like what happened didn't happen, and they're just, everything is great, and they don't need to apologize for shit. They appear to be a lot better than they are. They appear to be doing a lot better than they are. Like their intentions are a lot better than they are. Just to get past your boundaries, and then once your boundaries are down, once your defenses are down, then they got you. Then they start creating problems again. The Magician isn't always manipulative, but I am getting that in this spread with the Ten of Cups. Like faking that, like, either they love you, they care about you, they have the same priorities as you, everything is fine, what happened never happened, it's all good. They want to talk to you again so much. Like if they talk enough, maybe you'll forget about it, let down your defenses, back down. Let's get your guidance. I think you already know what you're doing. I'm just giving you a heads up about, like, manipulators in your life. For some of you, it could be multiple. For some of you, it's just one person. Guidance for you when it comes to you doing what's best for you. Maybe handling this. The Emperor, you know what you're doing. Keep it up. Seven of Pentacles. Keep this going. Don't stop what you're doing no matter how much they talk. Blah, 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 blah. It could seem very convincing. Maybe they've convinced you in the past. Whoever this is, whoever these people are, they think that if they come forward in a certain way, if they act like everything is fine, whatever tactic they're going to try that day, you know? They think they'll get back in your life and they'll have access to you. Don't let them. Don't let them. You've been down this road before. I think you already know what you're doing. So I'm not gonna... You know, one thing I can't stand is when I'm already doing something and someone tells me to do it. I'm like, duh. But I want to encourage you to counteract all this, like, nonsense that they talk. Just blah, 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 blah. They just want access to you. Confirmation, they do. Don't let them trick you. You got the right idea. You have so much energy when they're not around. This seems like someone who either goes on power trips, not you, this person you've been dealing with. Like they want to take away your power. They want to feel like more powerful than you, like above you. It's very strange. It's kind of like they want to make you feel incapable. They want to diminish you in a way so that they can have access to you. Maybe that happened in the past. Maybe they convinced you that you're not as powerful as you are. I think your power actually brings out this person's insecurity. It's wild to think that people like this that have been close to us actually think this way, but they do. Some people will put on any costume that they need to get access to you. As they say, that's how they get you. Not that I want anyone to be paranoid about the people close to them, but it's like they don't make sense. Like nobody that actually cares about you has to convince you that hard that they care or that they belong in your life or anything like that. You just feel it, and you don't feel it. As much as you want to care, you don't feel like they do. And you're right. Because if they cared, you'd feel it. You feel more cared for when you care for yourself. All right, let's see. I think that's all I got for you. Things are looking really good for you as long as you stick to your guns. Don't back down on this. Seems like a no contact is in order. All right. Maybe one day they'll come back to you, be like, I've grown as a person. This is what I did wrong. This is why it was wrong. This is how it affected you. I shouldn't have done that because of X, Y, and Z. This is how I was a awful companion for you in your life, and this is how I've changed that, and I would like to spend the next X amount of time showing you that I have changed because I know that you probably should not believe me right away, and this is going to take time and effort on my part. Rightly so, and I have no problem doing that, and I'm not going to try to guilt you or make you feel bad if you resist, because anyone in their right mind that loves themselves would do that. See how easy that is? Let me be an example. If I were to have I would never, but if I were to have put anyone in that position where I was just taking from them and being selfish and not respecting their autonomy and making them feel bad for taking care of them, all that, and they detached from me, I would have to acknowledge that I was the problem. It seems like they're not able to acknowledge that they're the problem. that little tangent I went on pretty much covered it. Like, in order to disprove how they've already been, they got to show that they've grown. And they got to show that over time. Yeah. Well, good for you for taking care of you. The people that belong in your life want that for you, and I want that for you. Okay? Love you guys. I'll see you in the next reading. If you found this reading helpful or enjoyable in any way, make sure you like it and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I'll see you guys in the next one.